You've seen them, right? New crypto banks popping up everywhere. They look slick, they promise to make managing your digital assets super simple. But that shiny new interface, it can be hiding some really serious problems. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the critical flaws you absolutely need to know about before you trust them with a single cent. So what is really going on behind that slick app icon? Are these platforms anywhere near as safe and easy as they claim to be? We're about to dive into the hidden risks that a lot of these new coin banks are really hoping you won't notice.
First things first, we have to start with the most important topic, security. And look, we're not talking about some little glitch here and there. We're talking about fundamental, fatal flaws, the kind that could lead to you losing everything.
And let's be super clear about what's at stake here. A security breach on one of these platforms doesn't just mean a headache or a temporary problem. It could mean your crypto is just gone, poof, forever. So it's absolutely crucial that you understand exactly how this can happen.
And what's kind of crazy is how basic some of these security gaps are. See, in the rush to launch and get users, some of these platforms skip the absolute essentials. I mean, no multi-factor authentication, that little code you get on your phone, it's a must-have. Some even have shoddy data encryption. It's literally like leaving the bank vault door wide open with just a flimsy padlock on it.
And this is how it all goes down. It's terrifyingly simple. An attacker gets a hold of your password, maybe from another data breach, and because there's no second authentication step to stop them, they just walk right in. From that moment, they have total control. They can transfer every last one of your assets out, and the whole thing can be over in minutes.
Okay, now this is a big one, the seed phrase. I want you to think of this thing less like a password and more like the actual deed to your digital property. It's the ultimate key, the one thing that proves you own your assets and lets you get everything back if you lose your phone or forget your password. And yet, believe it or not, some of these new banks never actually give you one. So if you lose access, your money is just gone because you never truly held the keys in the first place.
All right, so even if you manage to dodge the hackers, a lot of these new apps are, well, they're just a pain to use. We're moving from the terrifying risks to the daily, persistent problems that will just drive you crazy.
You know when an app just works? It's smooth, it's intuitive, you know exactly where everything is? Yeah, a lot of these new coin banks are the exact opposite. We're talking confusing menus, way too many steps to do a simple transaction, and this isn't just annoying, it actually makes it way more likely that you'll make a mistake, like sending your crypto to the wrong address by accident.
So what happens when something goes wrong? When you really need help? Well, with a lot of these new guys, you're pretty much on your own. There's no live chat, definitely no phone number you can call, just an email address. You could be waiting for days for a reply while your money is stuck in limbo or worse.
Oh, and they all promise lightning-fast transactions, right? Well, the reality can look a little different. Because their systems aren't built to handle a lot of volume, a simple transfer can get stuck on pending for hours. And in the world of crypto, where prices can change in a second, a delay like that can cost you big time.
And here's another thing. It seems small, but it's actually huge. Language. So many of these apps launch as English only, completely shutting out a massive global audience. It just goes to show they're not really thinking about building a user-friendly product for everyone.
Okay, let's move on to the sneaky stuff. The hidden traps and limitations that can drain your wallet without you even realizing it at first, and just stop you from doing what you want to do with your own money.
Hidden fees are a huge, huge red flag. A platform will advertise, say, a low 0.5% transaction fee, which sounds great. But then you look at your statement and realize, wait a minute, they actually took 1.5% after you factor in all their other little charges. It's dishonest, and it completely breaks any trust you might have had.
And then there's this problem. What good is a bank if it doesn't connect to, well, anything else? If you can't easily link your traditional bank account, or PayPal, or another exchange, you're stuck. It makes getting money in and out a huge chore, which kind of defeats the whole point of convenience, doesn't it?
You know, the game has changed. Back in the day, just having a place to store your crypto is enough. Not anymore. Today's investors, even beginners, expect a lot more. But many of these new platforms are just bare bones, lacking the basic tools people actually need.
So what are people actually asking for? Well, it's stuff like this. They want real tools to analyze prices. They want alerts that pop up on their phone when the market moves. They want clear reports on how their portfolio is doing. And a big one, a demo mode, so they can practice without risking real money. These aren't just nice to haves, they're essential.
Okay, that was a lot of doom and gloom, I know. But the good news is you can totally protect yourself. So how do you do it? Let's wrap this all up with a simple checklist you can use to vet any new platform before you even think about signing up. So here it is, your personal red flag checklist. Before you sign up for anything, you need to ask these questions. Seriously. Does it have MFA? Yes or no? Will they give you a seed phrase? Are all the fees listed clearly, right up front? Can you actually reach a human for support? And finally, what are trusted reviewers saying about it? If the answer to any of these is no, you should probably just walk away.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to this. You've got to be skeptical and do your homework. So I'll leave you with this one thought. Now that you know all this, the next time you see a flashy new crypto app, what's going to be the very first question that you ask?